Thank you for joining us here on the NPTE Final Frontier podcast. My name is Dr. David Friedberg.
And my name is Dr. Emily Gerby. On this episode, we are going to be looking at statistical testing, and this is part two of our research series.
And it is time for a question. Here you go. Participants with knee osteoarthritis are assigned to one of three exercise interventions. Pain is measured using a numerical pain rating scale. Which statistical test is most appropriate to compare pain levels among the three groups? Is it option A, two paired t tests? Option B, one way ANOVA? Option C, a chi-square test? Or option D, Kruskal-Wallis test?
All right, so let's review each of these option choices. But again, before we do that, let's review the key words in this question. So we know there are three exercise interventions for knee osteoarthritis, and we're observing pain by measuring through the numerical pain rating scale. And now we need to know, well, which statistical test would be most appropriate to compare these pain levels amongst these three groups. All right, let's dive in. So first up, option A, we had our two-paired t-test. Well, a two-paired t-test only compares two dependent groups, and we have three independent groups here. So that's a big reason why we can automatically cross off option A. Option B, our one-way ANOVA. Well, our one-way ANOVA requires parametric data. Do you remember what parametric data is? It's things like our interval or our ratio, and it's our normal distribution, which we'll dive into a little bit more. But our pain scale is not an interval, it's ordinal data. So it does not meet our criteria here. So we can cross off option B. Next up, option C, our chi-squared test. Now, this is used for nominal data. Another word for nominal would be categorical. Pain scale is ordered, not categorical. So again, we can cross off option C, which only leaves us with option D, which is our Kruskal-Wallis test. Yes, this is correct because it's our only one left, but it's also correct because our Kruskal-Wallis tests are used for three or more independent groups. So that's good right there. And then it works with ordinal or non-parametric data, which is like our numerical pain rating scale. So that's in fact why D, our Kruskal-Wallis test, would be the best statistical test for this type of research.
All right. So let's talk a little bit about the different types of data. You have nominal. That's going to be like categorical, no order. So for some examples of that, it would be blood type or even the type of assistive devices like a cane, walker, wheelchair. You also have ordinal, and that is going to be something like ranked, and it's not going to be evenly spaced out. So some examples of that would be the pain scale from 0 to 10. It's going to be manual muscle testing grades, levels of assistance. So again, nominal. That's going to be categories only. Ordinal, order. Oh, hold on a moment. Yeah, it does make sense that ordinal order matters, but the difference between values are not equal. And also parametric versus non-parametric. Let's dive into that a little bit. Parametric tests, that's going to require normal distribution, use interval or ratio data, and it's more powerful. Some examples would be like a t-test or an ANOVA. Non-parametric tests that would be used when data are not normally distributed, used when ordinal or nominal data, and that's when it's used. And also, it's less powerful. So you want to use it with ordinal or nominal data, but it's less powerful. Some examples would be the Mann-Whitney U, Kruskal-Wallis, or even the chi-square.
All right, so every time you see a stats-based question, the way I like to walk through this, the first thing I look at, okay, how many groups are involved in this research, because that can help you cross off some option choices right there. So, first up, how many groups? Then, are those groups independent or dependent? Once we're able to identify how many groups and know if they're independent or dependent, the next thing we like to look at, well, what type of data is being measured? And then finally, is that data normally distributed? So, for example, if we look back at this question, we had three groups. So, we're thinking it's probably more ANOVA or Kruskal-Wallis. But then we knew that those groups, we were looking at pain scale. Our numeric pain scale, remember, is ordinal data, which supports non-parametric type of testing. That combination alone leads you to that Kruskal-Wallis type of testing, which was the right option choice for this question.
All right. I guess it's time for quote. So here is a quote from Dwayne The Rock Johnson. The only limit is your mind. Yeah, it's only you. All those limits, self set. You get to determine how far you want to go, what you want to do, who you want to be. So go do it. You are powerful. You are strong. You are a final frontier warrior. You will pass.
Thank you very much for listening. For more information on Final Frontier, please visit npteff.com. You can also check out all of our social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and X.
Till next time, have a great day and a powerful tomorrow.